Did you know that a finance pro can actually help you increase your sales? Stay tuned for this video and I'm going to teach you exactly how knowing your numbers and making data-driven decisions can help put more money in your pocket. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danae Wolf. I am a financial literacy coach and a profit strategist, which means that I help ambitious entrepreneurs like you increase your profits and decrease your stress. And I do that by teaching financial literacy. I believe that if you don't know what's going on in your bank account, you don't know what's going on in your business. So every week I bring you videos helping you increase your level of knowledge in all things financial literacy. And today we are going to be getting into how understanding your numbers and making data-driven decisions can actually help you make more money. So stay tuned if you are ready to stop making decisions in your business based on a gut feeling or based on a guess. You don't have time for that. We're going to make decisions based on what the data is telling us. And if you guys like videos like this, do me a favor, like and subscribe to this channel. This way you can get notified every week when I post a new video. And if you have any entrepreneurial friends who would benefit from learning key financial education components, go ahead and share this video with them. Okay, so let's dive into today's training because I'm super excited about it. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how a finance pro, such as myself, can actually help you increase your sales. Because here's what you guys have to understand. Everything you need to know about your company is actually hidden in your numbers, including how to increase your sales. Your numbers literally tell the story of your company. The question is, are you reading the book? Right? You need to know exactly what your numbers are telling you. Because if you're not making data-driven decisions in your business, you're probably making the wrong decision. I always say it, guys, if you don't know what's going on in your bank account, you don't know what's going on in your business. That's why today I want to teach you guys some ways that data can actually help you make more money. Now, these are things that you can hire a virtual CFO such as myself to do, or things that you can learn to do and you can be your very own CFO. Now, if you are someone who would rather be a CFO themselves rather than outsource to someone like me, I totally understand. And that's why I have my signature program, Profit Perfect Academy. Inside the academy, you are going to learn how to go from CEO to CFO so that you are able to seamlessly transition between wearing both of those hats so that you can make sure that your business is as profitable as possible. Inside the academy, you're going to learn everything that you need to know about how to make data-driven decisions in your business. You don't want to be flying blind, right? You don't want to wing it when it comes to your finances, okay? We're going to wing our eyeliner, ladies. We're not going to wing our finances. So if you want to learn more about that, shoot me a message and I'll tell you all about it. Doors are open and we'd love to see you inside. Now today, I am going to be going over several data points in your company that I want you to really take the time to understand, learn, and execute on so that you can make smarter decisions in your business. The very first piece of data that you guys should understand is forecasting, okay? I would imagine that if you guys felt confident in knowing how much cash was going to come into your business over the next couple of months, that would be a total game changer, right? So often I hear from entrepreneurs that they just don't know what to expect, that it feels sort of like a feast or famine, right? That can be avoidable, okay? I want you guys to know it doesn't have to be like that. You can actually make smart, okay? Not guesses. You can make smart predictions as to what cash is going to come through the door over the next couple of months. And how do we do it, guys? By looking at the data, by looking at the historical data. Remember, everything you guys want to know about your business is in your numbers. And forecasting is one of those powerful tools. We are able to use forecasting within our students' businesses and our clients' businesses to help them know what they can anticipate over the next couple of months. If you are able to do that, think about how big of an impact that would have on your life. Think about putting your head down on your pillow at night and knowing what you can expect to happen over the next couple of months. Game changer, like I said, right? And especially if you are a type of business model where you work on any type of payment plans or recurring payments, this is crucial and critical because this is how you're able to know what your sales goals are, right? We want to make sales goals based on what the data tells us. So once we have our forecasting done and we know what we can already expect to happen, now we can be really strategic on our marketing and our sales positioning because we already know what we can anticipate. So this is something that I strongly urge you as an entrepreneur to begin to learn. Now, we teach this in our academy, but guys, come on, it's 2022. There are so many ways for you to learn more about it, but forecasting is really when you are able to say, based on my historical data, right? Very first thing, based on my historical data, which means your data needs to be together, right? We have to have data. We have to have this information, which takes me back to the backbone of all the things, bookkeeping, right? Our data is only as good as our bookkeeping is. So before we can get into any of the fun, cool things of forecasting and predicting what's going to happen over the next couple months, over the next year, we need to look at the historical data, which means your books need to be in order, okay? And I know it's November, and some of you are probably scrambling because you haven't done books all year. And what I want you guys to understand is I know you want to do your books for taxes, but many of you think you have to do books just for taxes. But you are missing out, okay? You are missing out on being able to make data-driven decisions in your company by not keeping your books in order. Because if you want to be able to start having some plug and play templates and be able to forecast and predict what's going to happen over the next few months, over the next year, the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you have your historical data. The next data point that I want you guys to be looking at in your business is accurate invoicing. Guys, I cannot tell you how many times this is pushed to the wayside. And it sounds crazy, right? Because we're all in business to get paid. So you would assume we're charging our clients. But guys, this happens all the time. This is a very true story. One time, we had a new person come into our program, and they were coming in because they felt they needed to get their finances in order because they were selling so well, but they couldn't understand why there was no money in the bank account. They couldn't figure it out. Well, we took a look, and guess what? I am not exaggerating. They were owed over $1 million. This was not a situation where their customers just didn't pay them. It was actually a situation where their system was broken and the invoices never got sent. Over $1 million. That's why you have a cash problem, right? You weren't charging your customers. And this is critical to the health of a business. You must have an accurate invoicing system. And I say it all the time, you have got to inspect what you expect. So not only do you guys need to have a system and process set up to invoice your clients, but you also need to have a quality check built into your workflow so you can make sure that customers are paying. If you are on payment plans, especially, you want to make sure that there's not a situation where maybe a client's card expired, right? And you simply have to contact the client and get an updated card. Maybe you have a client who forgot to transfer money and their payment actually bounced, right? You need to figure that out in real time. If you charge your client on November 1st and the payment didn't go through, you should be contacting them by November 3rd. right away. You don't want to contact them in the summer and say, hey, I just realized that 9 months ago, you didn't pay us. That's not good customer service, and it's not good money management, okay? You're better than that. So make sure that you have an accurate invoicing system put in place and that you have some type of a quality check built in. This is how we increase our revenue, right? It's the systems and the processes and the data going on behind the scenes. The next thing that you guys absolutely need to be doing if you want to increase your sales and take your company to the next level is to measure the right metrics. So often I see entrepreneurs focusing on things that do not move the needle, okay? And there is one way to move the needle in business, and it is to make money, okay? To make profit. That is why you started your business, to make money. So we need to make sure that we are focused on the metrics that make us money. So let me give you an example that probably is going to resonate with a lot of you. These vanity metrics, right? Well, what's a vanity metric? It's when somebody really is focused on growing something like their Instagram follower count, right? And that is what they are so stressed about and putting so much time, effort, and money into is to grow their Instagram followers. But guess what? They haven't had a sale off Instagram in a year. Why the flip are you putting so much time and effort into it? Okay. I don't care how many followers you have on Instagram if Instagram is not actually putting money in your pocket. Okay. I want you guys paying attention to the metrics that actually impact your bottom line. So what I want to share with you guys today are two metrics that I think are often overlooked in the entrepreneurial community. I think there's a lot of talk about things like our social status in regards to how many followers we have. But then when we actually look at the numbers, they're not actually getting clients from those followings, right? So let's talk about the metrics that can actually move the needle in your business. So the first one I want to talk about is ROI, okay? Return on investment. Guys, this is huge. And as an entrepreneur, you absolutely need to fundamentally understand what ROI is, okay? So when it comes to spending money in our business, I want to be clear. There are two ways that we do it. There are either expenses or there are investments. And in its most simplistic terms, an investment makes you money in your business and an expense costs you money in your business. Now, as entrepreneurs, we tend to have shiny object syndrome, which means that we like to throw money at our problems, okay? And what do I always tell you guys? Money won't solve your problem if the problem is you, okay? So we need to make sure that we're not just getting all excited and emotionally connected to some high ticket item that we believe can change our life and change our business without actually sitting down to determine what your return on that investment is going to be. So if you are meeting with someone who is convincing you that you need to spend $10,000 on a billboard, okay, you need to have a plan for how you are going to get an ROI on that, which means that I want you to run all of the numbers. I want you to say, okay, well, how many customers would I need to get from this billboard in order to first just get my $10,000 back and then make enough money on top of that, that all of this was worthwhile? And how long is it going to take me to see that return on investment? And the way that we do that is, again, coming back to our data, right? So if you do put up a billboard, which nobody puts up a billboard today, I'm not even sure why that example popped in my head, but if you're running Facebook ads, right, or YouTube ads, you need to have a system in place where you are tracking your return on investment. So how many customers are you getting? So maybe you're running YouTube ads and you're actually getting more subscribers, but that's a vanity metric, right? Again, back to those vanity metrics. Vanity metrics don't put money in your pocket. If those subscribers aren't buying from you, then that wasn't a good ROI, right? If it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense. So when we are making investments into our company, we need to make sure that we're getting a return on those investments. And the only way to know that is to track the data. If you run a Facebook ad, you want to make sure that you made enough sales and enough profit off of that, that it made sense, right? So the best way to really think about your ROI is if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense, right? And you're only going to know if it made sense if you actually track the data, okay? Now, the next piece, which kind of goes hand in hand with this, because a lot of our ROIs, I think, tend to be something with marketing, networking, things that we think are going to help us increase our bottom line, is our CLV, our customer lifetime value. This is something that absolutely every entrepreneur should know. So what this number tells us is, on average, how much one of our customers would spend with us throughout their lifetime with us. So if you have a monthly recurring service, you should know that an average client stays with you for 3.5 years, right? Or if you have multiple one-time, service offerings, maybe somebody pays you, $5,000 a pop or $10,000, whatever your service offerings are within your company, you should know on average, how much is a customer spending? Do they maybe buy your basic offer and your high ticket offer so you can combine both of those? But you need to know what the CLV is so that you can figure out how much you can spend to acquire a customer, okay? This is that next level shit, right? This is thinking like a strategic entrepreneur, okay? This is not thinking like the business owner who bought themselves a job, okay? This is thinking like a boss bitch, guys, all right? So you need to know if my customers on average will spend $5,000 with me, okay? Now you need to think about how much money you can spend to acquire them, okay? If you run some very expensive campaign and it costs you $6,000 to acquire a customer, it didn't make sense, right? Didn't make sense. So you want to know, how much does my client typically spend with me, my average customer, calculate the CLV, and then how much does it cost me to execute on whatever you're providing them? So using basic numbers, guys, let's say a customer spends $100 with you, and let's say in order to execute and deliver the service to them, it costs you $25. So you're left with $75. Well, if it costs you $50 to acquire a customer, you only have a $25 profit. And then you have to ask yourself, am I happy with that? Is that worth it for me? And these are the numbers and the data that you guys should know, okay? It's time to put our big girl pants on and learn this stuff, because knowledge is power. And this is how we scale, okay? You ever hear the saying, right? What got you here won't get you there, right? We have to start looking at our data and making smart strategic decisions. So today we talked about forecasting and how we're actually able to use our previous historical data to really project quite accurately what is in the future for our business. And I know the peace of mind that that will give you guys. And I know how much it will help you plan and strategize over the next couple months in the next year. The second piece we talked about is accurate invoicing and making sure that not only we have a rock solid system in place to charge our customers, but that we have some kind of quality check so we can make sure that we're getting the money that we're owed. The next thing we talked about is measuring the right metrics and understanding the difference between vanity metrics, which tend to be those metrics that make us feel good, but don't put money in our pocket, versus the ones that actually put money in our pocket, such as return on investment and understanding that if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense. And we closed it out by learning about our CLV and how to make sure that we know exactly how much an average customer pays us over the lifetime of them being engaged with us, and determining how much we can actually afford to spend to acquire a customer. This is that next level, guys. This is how you're going to scale. This is the information that is going to help you make smart moves so you can level up. If you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments. And please, if you can, if there's anyone you know who would benefit from this, please share it. I would truly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week.